How many of you have seen a baby wearing a helmet?
Nobody should have.
So, pretty much a lot of people.
Yeah.
Except that one. My presentation is about positional plagiocephaly, also known as flathead syndrome.
Okay, I have a question. Will you say that? I didn't know how to pronounce this. Josh sent this to me last night, and I pulled it up, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I think I am a pretty good reader. But will you say that again for us, that second word? We know positional, and then say it again, buddy.
Plagiocephaly.
Say that. Plagiocephaly. I learned something new. I didn't know it was called that. Okay, sorry.
What is plagiocephaly? A very common, very treatable disorder that causes a baby's head to have a flat spot. What causes plagiocephaly? The infant's soft skull becomes flattened into one area due to repeated pressure on that part of the head.
Okay, so everyone feel the back of your head right now. I mean, does it feel like as flat as...
No.
No. Like, think of your whiteboard or our flat surfaces that we write on. Does it feel flat like this?
No.
Heavens, no. Yeah.
One position could cause, because in like the baby's tummy, it would be in one position. It's the same thing with multiple births.
What about twins? How many of you know someone who's had twins? Now, and that could cause that on their... Well, Isaac's a twin, duh.
Yeah.
We all know someone.
Premature birth. Premature baby's head had less time for skull to develop, so it's even softer and more prone to changing shape. They are also not as strong and can't hold their head up or move it around as well.
Now think of a baby's head, a newborn baby. What do they do with their head? It's just floppy everywhere, isn't it? Okay.
Torticollis. Some babies are born with tight neck muscles and can't turn their head a certain direction. For the torticollis, I just wanted to know, have any of you seen like a baby that's happened to them?
Ruby, you know someone? Your little brother, maybe? Oh.
I don't know much about how my little brother got his helmet. I don't know.
Did your little brother have a helmet? Oh, really?
My cousin has a helmet.
Hey, lots of connections. Hey, keep going, buddy.
Backsliding. Backsliding would cause it because they're just laying down and they don't know really how to move their head.
Yeah.
Fears and convenience devices. For the car, if it's like in a car seat, they would just be laying in that, on like the car seat and it's just gonna stay there for a long time.
So if a baby is just constantly flat on their back, what's going to happen to the back of their head? It's going to be just flat. Yeah, it's going to be just...
How many
Look how cute.
babies do you think have plagiocephaly? Isaac. In percent.
25%.
Close. Gideon.
32%.
Closer. I might have to do the sticks.
Oh, they're right. Where are they coming, buddy? Yeah, plastic.
Isaac, you already did that. Zachary. Huh?
30%.
Not quite.
Pick one more.
35.
No. Marcos.
33.
No.
Okay, so what do you think it is? Tell us, John.
35.
About 50%.
That's half.
That's half of all the babies born.
I'm lucky.
What does plagiocephaly look like?
So Josh, step aside just a second. Now look at that.
Oh my. Ow.
hurt, Gideon. It looks like it hurts, but it doesn't.
It looks like it's hot.
But can you tell the difference, guys? Can you see that?
So for the normal, it's just like an oval shape. For the plagiocephaly, it's like more on this side than on this side, but the flat spot is right there.
Oh, that's a good picture of it.
Evelyn. So for the flats, for this flat spot, it would just be laying. Yeah, laying right there for a long time. And then, how is plagiocephaly diagnosed? Baby's doctor will recommend seeing an orthotic specialist who can measure the baby's head to determine if a helmet is needed.
So Josh, let him go back to that picture. Let him look at that picture. So can you see how this is
What they use for, like, so the scanner, they use it. So for the plagiocephaly, they make an image for that and then make the normal head shape.
This is fascinating. I didn't know this. So can you see how the head is not?
It's a circle.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, and also for
It
that,
looks like they're looking a different way, but they're not.
for like, but no, Dad. Wait, no. Yeah. Yeah. For this one, it would, so this one's like,
This is a touch screen too, so it's
Yeah. so it would be, it also would mean like the ears are in different spots.
Oh. Now go forward a couple slides. Go back to this one. So Zach, what did you say? It looks like they're.
It looks like they're looking this way, but they're really looking.
Yeah, it almost looks like their head is turned. Look, it looks like they're maybe looking that direction.
But you can also see that it's like,
Yeah, there's a but it's actually looking. That's interesting. Okay. Wow.
They would also use like a ruler for it because like they would use the inches and centimeters. So if it was like 2 inches and like 3 inches on that side, that would be what it would.
They're trying to make these poor babies have attractive heads.
How is plagiocephaly corrected? Repositioning for sleep, increased tummy time, helmet therapy. How many babies do you think get helmets? This is in 10, not percent. Gideon.
About like,
So if there were 10 babies, how many of those 10 babies would you think have a helmet? What do you think?
5.
Okay, Gideon says 5. Okay, 2 more, Betty.
I'll do Shalom.
7.
Ooh, 5, 7. One more, pick one more.
It's actually smaller, so.
I know.
I would pick on someone who was sitting so quietly.
Luna.
3.
Very close. 1.
I was gonna say yes.
So out of 10 babies, only
There's
one
one.
of them gets a helmet.
Is
Is that correct? One gets a helmet?
at once.
That makes me have a question. I'm asking again.
What is a cranial orthotic? The doc band is a device that treats flathead syndrome in babies 3 to 18 months old. Each helmet is a custom made to safely and effectively redirect the baby's natural growth into a normal head shape. The star scanner is used in less than 2 seconds. The eye-safe laser collects the baby's head-shaped data to then create the custom helmet. The helmet is worn 23 hours a day, every day. During the 1 hour off, the helmet and the baby's head both need to be washed and dried. Treatment length ranges from about 2 to 4 months. Why did I choose my project on plagiocephaly? Well, I decided to do it on because I wanted to do it on something like, I wanted to know what happened to my little sister.
Is this your little sister?
Sister. And she's back there.
I mean, that's a pretty cute little sister, don't you think?
She's playing with balls.
Good. This is amazing.
Next time you see a baby, just know that with the helmet, just know that they have a flat spot on their head.
And that's why they're wearing the helmet. Oh, I bet there's a million questions.
What? I thought there was another slide. Zach.
How does their head get straighter? Does it get straighter at all, or no? Does the helmet like help it?
I was. I didn't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure my mom knows.
Well, and Josh, what are babies' bones like?
Like they're really
They're
soft.
soft. They're
But
very
that's
soft.
probably how. But once they get older, it's gonna get harder and harder. So.
How do you think the helmet? Let's think about that.
Keeps
How
it
is the
straight.
helmet?
So I'm pretty sure like the helmet has a normal head shape, but then they put it on and it's like it doesn't fit, but it's supposed to actually.
It's kind of like braces.
Put it on and
Mhm.
it's like braces.
Yeah.
It hurts.
So as the baby's head grows, as it's growing, and the helmet is slowly reshaping the skull because the skull is soft. It's not hard. I mean, tap on your noggin.
Ouch.
That's pretty hard, yeah. But when you were a baby, it was nice. I mean, you couldn't move it around with your hands, but it's pliable, I guess.
Especially when it's like taking a nap with their helmet, they lay down, and then when their back of the head is laying on the helmet, which makes it round. And then if they're like on the side, it's gonna make it round, and then like that.
On the side.
What if it's
Gideon.
how many days, months, weeks, how long does the baby have to wet?
You did have a slide
I
on
did
that.
have that.
You did have a slide. Look right here at the very bottom.
Right
The bottom.
there. 2 to 4 minutes.
2 to 4 months.
But right now, Evie's probably had it for 6, 7 months, 5.
Oh, so a little bit longer.
It matters about like what happens to the head. If it doesn't really work, then they have to put it on longer and do this. I think that was a question. I don't know.
She's loving being here.
Miss Clifford.
Well, this is something that I don't know a lot about. But I've seen babies with helmets, and this is honestly what I've thought. I always think, oh, that poor baby, I bet that helmet really hurts their head. So do you think Evelyn has a headache all the time? Do you think she's in pain?
No.
I don't think, I mean, it would make sense because doctors are going to put something on them that's going to cause them pain. So it's probably quite comfortable and something they just have to get used to.
Yeah, she loves the helmet.
She loves it, and it's pink, and it's cute.
Mhm. With a star on it.
With a star. I mean,
You just
who would
can't
want to
see
wear
it. It's just a dent in the star.
Hey, couple more questions. You've got some questions here.
Maggie.
Like if there were 2 twins, could like just one of them have
Question.
a head problem, or would both of
Both.
them?
Well, one, it could, but
If they're identical.
mostly it would be both. Depends on how much room it has. If like the mom's tummy had like less room for one baby and more room for the other baby, then that wouldn't really cause plagiocephaly for the one baby. Jaden.
Do they ever tighten the helmet?
Ooh, good question.
Like when you have braces or something, like yeah, they tighten it. They
So
tighten
do they tighten up the helmet?
How often does she go to the doctor?
Pretty much every 2 to 3 weeks.
Would you guys be interested if we pass this around? You guys
Yeah. So they tighten that up every 2 to 3 weeks. Oh,
Tessa.
Can you get it when you're older?
ooh, good
No.
question. So if we lay on our back all the time, Like if you, think of how you
Like
sleep at
tweak
night.
your neck.
Most people kind of have,
If your head gets flat when you're old, you can't fix it. It's because it's too hard.
because it's too hard. But even if you lay on your back every night to go to sleep, I don't think that's going to happen.
Is it
Okay,
soft inside?
these are great questions.
Isaac.
Has there been a like a baby that had like a round spot like on the side of its head, like it's really round, so like the entire side?
Like more round on one side than the other.
That would actually be, that would mean like it's flat on this side and then really round on this side.
Possibly.
Jordan.
Could the helmet fall off?
No. It can if you try to take it off really good. Then it will come off, but it will probably hurt the baby. I've actually tried to do it. I've just tried to do it and then it's like, she's like, it makes her eyes go like that. It's so weird. There was one question that I wouldn't think that someone would think about it. So for the so for like the 23 hours, the 23 hours in a day, I thought someone would say like, does the 1 hour off have to be a certain time, or
Oh, that's a
does
great
it have to be
question.
whenever you want?
So what he's saying, does the hour that Evelyn has her helmet off, does it have to be from like 2 to 3 o'clock every single day? Or can it be just any time? Whatever's convenient for,
It can be whenever time.
whatever's convenient, yeah.
Maybe 1 in the morning. 11 at night. 1 in the morning.
So, I'm gonna ask one. So when she first got it, did she hate it? Was it bad?
She was fine.
She
I
was
don't
okay with it.
I don't think she like, when she had it on, I don't think she like felt it for a second.
She's probably like, this is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a cool pink helmet. Huh?
Oh yeah, something funny that she does, so when we feed her, so like, if I'm sitting here, and like the thing's right here, she just goes like that.
So she can really bang her head against a wall and not.
It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, but if we could see Evelyn's flat spot, which I don't know where it is,
It's getting better because she's wearing her. She's getting it off next week.
Next week.
Oh my gosh.
that's why I wanted it to do.
She's had it on longer because she was so young when she got it. They just kept it on because her head's still pretty soft. So
Still forming.
They didn't want it to revert back, even though, like a month ago, her numbers were good. Like her head was round. And
They
was
wanted
good.
to just be
But
sure.
because she was so young, they still wanted them to keep it on her. So.
Jeanette.
What'd you say, honey?
For her head, like a bowling ball, huh?
For her skin to breathe?
To let her head, like if it had no like holes anywhere, her head would get really hot and sweaty. So it's kind of just like ventilation to let air in.
Just to let her head breathe. It's kind of as silly as that sounds, but just to let air in there. This is fantastic. Now, I'm surprised someone hasn't asked about this.
That's what I was gonna.
We're gonna ask, what is that? Now, if you read
Oh.
this, I think it might give you an idea of why
That.
that.
Oh yeah, the stars. Yeah,
star scanner.
Yeah. For the star scanner, I think it said, since it said less than 2 seconds, I think, so basically going back, right, no, front. For this picture, that's basically what the star scanner is. So this is like a picture of a baby, and that's what they do it.
So that is Evelyn's head on the right.
Oh my gosh.
So they needed to get like a model of her head so that they could make the helmet that would fit her head but be a good shape. So then as her head grows, it grows into the good shape. So it's like flat, but as her head grows, it fills the empty spot of the helmet. So it would be like the right shape it needed to be.
It would go to the spot.
Yeah, they use a 3D printer to print it.
It's like they're taking a special, like, kind of an x-ray or picture of her head.
And
Yeah.
so
She's like,
only 1 in 10 babies needs a helmet, but we said 50% of babies have it.
Yeah.
So most babies, the head will fix itself on its own.
Because they get stronger and they're
They
off
can
their
move
head
their
as much.
head,
They can
Their
yeah.
head will fix itself, but 1 in 10 actually need a special device to help it get forward.
Isaac?
I just have a question about this.
Okay.
Do you guys know how expensive the helmet is?
That's a good question. Most, like the helmet, you pay for the helmet, but also the visits to the orthotic specialist. You know, to get measured and checked. And I don't know if you guys noticed when you looked inside, there was some foam. pads. That's because since this part of her forehead was kind of coming out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
then the helmet would kind of rub and she'd get a red spot. So I'd say, oh, we need a pad or something right there. So we'd have to go to the orthotic specialist and he'd help us with that.
It's a special doctor to help with these things.
So when I was gonna do it, like when I thought about the helmet, I thought it was just like no foam, nothing.
Yeah.
But-
And then I felt this.
I know, but then it would get actually, even with the holes, it would still get sweaty, I think. So if they had the helmet, it would be softer. If it didn't have the foam, it would be harder, and it would probably hurt a lot for them.
Philip, go ahead, buddy. Do you have a question, bud? I'm going to tell you a true story. I'm so glad that you are being educated and taught about this. Just like we read about the fishermen with these poor sloths that are chopping down all the mangrove trees. The fishermen didn't know that it was wrong, so the scientists educated them or helped them understand. When Meg, my daughter, was really young, we saw a baby with a helmet on. And Meg thought something was really wrong with her. She thought, oh. But is there anything wrong with Evelyn?
No.
No, nothing wrong at all. She's just having her head shaped. So there's nothing wrong. People might look a little different with something like that on their head, but there's nothing wrong with them. So I'm glad we know about this. So when you see a baby with a helmet, you don't think, oh, what's wrong with that poor baby?
Or like or did they have surgery?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, you could think something like that. But I remember Meg, she was really little. She was almost scared. She was like, oh, what's going on over there? But now you know, nothing to be scared about.
Something funny about Evelyn is that she knows how to clap.
Yeah,
I
so
think she's fantastic.
Yeah.
She'll be our little class
take
cat.
two.
Yeah, she can clap.
Whenever my family starts clapping, take it like this. It's funny.
See, look, Evelyn.
Yay! You want to eat me? Okay.
Any other questions for Josh? This is odd. Oh, Gideon.
Gideon.
Do you know any other people besides your sister that have the same thing?
Yes, I do. I've seen Daisy's little brother,
Oh yeah,
Daisy next door?
yeah, Daisy
Okay.
Tommy. Not Tommy's.
Well, and Jaden said his.
Jaden. I haven't seen that one. I just,
I
feel like Tommy's brother.
Yeah, but Daisy's brother got his helmet off.
Daisy's little brother.
Yeah, it got his. The helmet that Tommy wore, it was like Star Wars or something.
It was like it was camouflage.
Now, what do you think back in a long time ago in pioneer times, do you think babies had this problem back then?
Yeah.
Probably.
What did they do?
I don't think they could do anything. They might have to do something besides the helmet.
Well, they certainly didn't have these helmets,
Maybe
did
they
they?
did on the side that was bumping out to straighten it.
Maybe, I'm sure the parents tried to do as much as they could, but aren't we lucky that we have doctors and scientists that know how to research and help solve these problems? I mean, Evelyn's pretty cute in that helmet. It's going to be strange to see her without it on all the time.
She's not gonna like it.
Do any of you guys have?
Wow. Evelyn, you did it to me.
Do any of you guys have a little baby in your house or had one?
My mom did.
Does your mom always say to make sure the baby's on their back when they're teeny tiny?
Yeah.
When they go to sleep, they need to be on their back. So
Also the bathtub.
in the past few years, the doctors have recently been making sure that they tell parents to lay their babies on their back while they're sleeping so they don't get SIDS or sudden infant death syndrome. And so that's why the number of babies in helmets has increased significantly because of that. So actually, I don't know if babies had it as much because
I think she wants to
more
lay
babies might
now.
have died from SIDS.
think she wants to
actually,
crawl.
you're right.
Yeah.
What? Oh, good. One last question, Jordan.
Jordan.
Do babies sleep with their helmets on?
Yes.
Ooh, I would hate that.
Actually, no, it's actually pretty fine. It's like you're sleeping on a pillow.
I
Just
think they make it
crawl.
as comfortable as possible for the babies. They try to make
It's
it
not
as
too
comfortable.
If it's too comfortable, then
It's not doing its job.
yeah.
Probably not.
Because the foam that has Prostana, it's just gonna not do anything really.
Down?
Okay, what do we, Maggie, last question.
Does your baby sister, does she like move when she's sleeping? Like, cause don't you guys have to lay her on her back?
Once a baby can start rolling around, then you can't really keep them on their back. They just kind of roll
Plus
over.
their head would be
So sometimes she sleeps on her face, or
Sometimes she probably sleeps with her knees curled up under her stomach. It just,
Sometimes that happens. Like she's on her face, and but she can get up really fast. She just like, so she's just like this, and she just gets back into her crawling.
she's a pretty happy baby, don't you think?
Yeah.
And I think she really likes Josh.
sometimes we think we need helmets because she likes to whack us with her helmet.
Oh, can you imagine if she
Yeah, she's hit us.
flipped
in
her
the
head
face
back,
if
you could probably be hitting the
She
nose.
bit
and-
my nose.
She bit.
Well, once when I was back with her, she was like eating my nose. But then I'm like, no.
She's doing her job as a baby. She read her job description because babies put everything in their mouth. She knew that that's what she should do.
And then
Let's give Josh a big round of applause.